Diane Lenning is running for California Superintendent of Public Instruction because she has a solution. It's called Bring Home the Politicians. And just like with our cell phones and computers, it's time to upgrade our current centralized constitutional republic to a localized constitutional republic. We accomplish this by relocating U.S. representatives and senators to our state capitals, and by relocating state representatives and senators to our city halls and courthouses to securely telecommute for no less than 75% of their terms while we surround them. This idea can go one step further and relocate U.S. representatives directly to our local districts. Article 1, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution states that U.S. Congress shall assemble at least once in every year, making this completely doable in the current framework. Article 1, Section 5, Clause 4 reads, "Neither House during the session of Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be meeting." This shows how right now U.S. Congress can enact Bring Home by a simple majority vote in both the House and the Senate to move their session from D.C. to another location. Article 1, Section 5, Clause 2 goes on to say, "Each House may determine the rules of its proceedings." Therefore, the U.S. House and Senate can include new rules updated for the 21st century that now list telecommuting as a form of being present to vote. State constitutions contain what are called seat of government sections, and while each state constitution differs, they can all be amended where necessary to implement this plan. So how can we get this started? In addition to supporting Diane Lenning for California Superintendent of Public Instruction, you can support efforts in 18 states to start voter ballot initiatives so that a simple majority of voters can make this into law while bypassing their state legislatures. This will require both energy and perseverance to accomplish. So let's look at why it's worth the effort. For starters, this will restore the balance of power by putting the citizens in charge once and for all. Sledgehammer politics have not helped this country or its citizens. This plan favors no political party since all need to be reined in, and more importantly, it protects the rights of the parties out of power. Congress will no longer be a one-stop shop now that lobbyists will spend most of their budgets on travel expenses. Predators of freedom will no longer be allowed to violate the Constitution now that citizens and local media surround them as we resume our role as government watchdogs. The era of a single senator with 5 different offices is over. The cost of upgrading state and local facilities for this plan is dwarfed by the savings from stopping out-of-control government spending. Having the majority of our leaders in the same place leaves this nation incredibly vulnerable. Any natural disaster or assault on D.C. will be far less catastrophic because it will be taking down only one server on a grid of 51. Bring Home the Politicians is a system-wide solution to what ails us. Diane Lenning will do her part to make Bring Home the Politicians a reality. Please support Diane Lenning for California Superintendent of Public Instruction by spreading the word, donating to her campaign, and voting Lenning for California Superintendent of Public Instruction. You can learn more at DianeLenning.com.